Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we are going to quickly talk about some EV companies because I honestly do believe in them and I do believe they are part of the future. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the EV companies. It's just some that I was thinking about today because, you know, they were making some good moves. The last stock that I'm going to talk about today isn't really a pretty one. But anyways, but first, let's get some coffee. All right, I just want to start off with saying that I am not a financial advisor, so do not take my words as advice. Please don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as a subscribe because honestly, it does go a long way in supporting the channel. We currently have 183 subscribers. We are trying to hit the target of 200. And then I'm going to do another giveaway like I did last time, but it's going to be a higher amount this time. So let's get right on it and get started with the first company that I want to talk about, NICL. Currently going for around $19.19. It was pretty high today. You know, it went up for 2.46%, which is pretty good. You know, NICL is still making huge news everywhere. And the one... Obviously, we go to the 5-day chart, and it's pretty high up. It has 7.33% upward trend, which is great. They were saying that NICL was is the Tesla competitor, straight from Shanghai, China. So very interesting. In the 1-month chart, it is up for more than 36.58%. which is incredible. They do have, you know, different cars coming out, so it's definitely something, or definitely a stock to see. And we see here how it says, where is it, in the WCCF Tech, NICL likely to create a new all-time high amid expectations of record September deliveries and the growing popularity of the battery swap model that they have in China. One of the most prominent Chinese EV players continues to stun investors as its shares traverse a seemingly endless upward ramp. As we saw right here, they just keep going up and 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 up. I mean, not like a crazy amount, but it's still a pretty good amount. The stock is currently less than 2% away from its new all-time high, registered August 26th. You know, as far as the intraday price action is concerned, the stock is up a healthy 7% early morning today. It did close at an 1873 last night or yesterday, and it opened at 1910. So it's doing pretty well. It did have a $20.25 dollar maximum today, so it's almost there. As you can see here, is, you know, the maximum it had August 26th was $20.44. You know, we're almost there. I'm pretty sure NICL is gonna surpass this price target in no time. And there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. For instance, just last month, NICL floated 101.7 million shares ADS, netting $1.73 billion in gross proceeds. Like, that is incredible, right? We have right here, and quote, "We expect the use of the net proceeds from this offering mainly to increase the share capital for our ownership in NICL China, to repurchase equity interests held by certain minority shareholders of NICL China, and for the research of development and autonomous driving technologies, global market development, and general corporate purposes." You know, I really think that, you know, NICL is gonna surpass its current targets right now. And NICL has officially launched its battery as a service. You know, they could change the battery, and I'll put a video on how they do it real quick. But overall, they've been doing some pretty amazing things, and you should definitely buy into NICL before it just explodes to the upside. Now, next on the list, I do want to talk about Tesla. I know we just talked about the the Tesla competitor, and now we're going to talk about Tesla. Currently up 7.18%, which is pretty darn good, right? It's pretty darn good. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. 7.18%. It did close yesterday at $419. It opened today at $436, so that's an increase of $17, which is pretty good. I mean, obviously Tesla is already set, and it's already a huge corporation, a huge EV company, and they're doing amazing things. A lot of the things that they were saying why Tesla was going up today was because of the app that they have. Let's say, for example, here Goldman Sachs reports that Tesla's mobile app downloads point to a possible delivery beat in Q3. The end of the quarter is coming, and the market is trying to gauge how Tesla's deliveries are tracking for its goal to deliver 500,000 cars in 2020. So I don't know if they're gonna make it to 500,000 cars in Q3 of 2019. They've only had a 97,000 cars delivered, so that's definitely a huge goal that they have. So it's definitely something to take into consideration. So it says right here, therefore, a 20% increase wouldn't necessarily mean over 145,000 deliveries, but Tesla's deliveries are disproportionately high at the end of quarter, and a 20% increase could make a big difference. So we'll definitely see if they could make that 500,000 car delivery, but they do have that Tesla mobile app downloads, which have increased the number incredibly. And a lot of people are really fond of Tesla, and they do really love this company. I mean, I personally like this company. I do own some shares, but if you don't own some of these, I think you should, or at least have some fractional shares if you're able to do that as well. Let's jump to the next one, and the next one I really love. And for those who were scared and were selling a lot of your stocks, Tortoise Acquisition, SHLL, had a crazy increase, right? So it closed yesterday at $43.15, opened today at $45.44. So people were back on track today. It had a high of $48.60 this morning. It says at around 9:50, but it's 6:50 on my time. And then it had a high today of $49.90. So 9.8% increase for the day is pretty good, having that the last couple of days have been pretty bad for them, and they've just been on a downward trend, going all the way to a negative 21%, which is negative $11. But it's not bad because they have now brought it down to only being down 13%. Not bad for the week, obviously. Still for the month, they're still up for more than 73%. Like, come on, guys. If we already hit the $50 mark today, as you can see right here, well, not really $50 mark, but we certainly got close to it. I believe we're gonna get to the $60, $70 mark, because don't forget, we do have the merger coming up. Obviously, we do have the voting coming up as well. The merger proposal on September 28th, and as I showed you guys on the video yesterday, a lot of investors got themselves the voting ballot that they could vote on different things, and that's what this September 28th thing is. So it's definitely a positive thing to see that Hyliion is back on track. We knew they weren't going to go down that much, so we already knew that. They're just going to keep going up. Hyliion has several key partnerships already in place, including one giant auto industry supplier, Donna, which manufactures Hyliion's products and ships them directly to installers and truck manufacturers. I know Donna was down today, but other than that, Hyliion was doing amazing today, which we really care for, right? So last talk I wanna talk about today is the best stock in the world, like ever. Nah, just kidding. Nikola. I'm very disappointed in this company. They didn't do that well, right? Freaking Nikola, man. I invested in Nikola a long time ago, and then I saw the downward trend before it actually started going down. And thank goodness I pulled out when I did, because it was ridiculous. I think I pulled out when it was like around this side. I know it increased to $75 afterwards, and I was kind of sad. But I was like, nah, this guy's lying about his stuff. And they've been on a downward trend, obviously, right? So they were going down for around 18% in the 1 month chart. They were down $8, right? And then they had this little increase. They had this little increase from $35 to $50, right? Anyone who's an investor and should definitely take this into consideration. This is a short squeeze, right? So a short squeeze is when when you have investors who buy a lot of shares, a huge or large quantity of shares to boost up the price, to therefore confuse smaller investors into buying it, therefore keep increasing the numbers, and then all of a sudden they just short sell. Right, they just short sell, and as you can see right here, down 35%, negative $17.92. That's what they do in order to, not have that much losses as a company themselves. But small investors, small buyers probably lost a lot of money if you guys were holding shares up here, because going from this top to this bottom right here is negative 34% in just 1 week, which is freaking crazy, right? So if you take this number, negative 34%, negative $17, that must have hurt. Honestly, my honest opinion is sell this as soon as you can, because this is honestly just gonna keep going down into the gutter, right? You also have Faruqi and Faruqi, right? So this is a law firm, and they are encouraging investors who suffered losses exceeding $50,000, right, or more, investing in Nikola, to contact them, because they are investigating Nikola for potential claims, right? So if you guys lost $50,000 or more, contact this firm, because it will help you out and whatnot. But honestly, Nikola is just crashing. And I'm from Arizona myself, and Nikola is from probably 3-4 hours above me. But I wanted them to succeed, but honestly, the CEO wasn't really doing that well. He's just lying up his butt. It doesn't look well. It doesn't look well, and it doesn't look good. But sell this as soon as you can. Invest in all these other companies, because they do have huge potential, right? You could sell Nikola and you could buy NIO, and this is definitely going to double in no time. Or you could buy fractional shares of Tesla, at $4.49, and they increase like crazy. Or if you want, invest in Shell in the Tortoise acquisition, $47.49, and that's definitely gonna, double because of the merger, because of the voting. They have huge potential compared to that of Nikola. All right, well, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Just 4 EV companies and what I think about them, if you should invest or if you shouldn't invest. Obviously, I'm not a financial investor, so do your due diligence before you invest, and be comfortable if you have to lose that money that you invest, because that's all about it. Be smart and invest smart as well. Don't forget to drop a comment and a like on this video, and do subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And if we get to 200 subs, I will do another giveaway. But I'll see you next time on Coffee and Stocks.